I spoke earlier about my nose. Yeah, my nose has been broken. All my fights have been over women in bar fights. I was a sucker punch in South Carolina. You know, slowly I've been doing 11 minutes with my nose, with these muscles, pinching it and straightening it. I've only been doing it about 3 days, and it's already getting a lot straighter. But when it was hit, the septum, the bone crushed on the septum and turned it crooked. Look at some of my other videos, it's pretty crooked. But the cells reproduce off the last cell, not the oldest cell, so they copy. So every day I do this and a new cell grows in this area around this tissue, it's copying the straight nose, not the crooked nose. But I have to hold it every day, probably for 11 minutes straight, and pinch that muscle. There's a muscle comes down right here. See, you see it's crooked. Pinch it and straighten it, just like a splint. But I'm not using a splint. I'm using pressure to push the septum back, because I say it's been almost 30 years. When a bouncer hit me in a bar fight, he was behind me. He told me to leave the bar. Some girl was complaining about me. That's what he said. So I told him, let's take it outside. I don't need to leave. You the bouncer. Let's go out back. 5 minutes later, I'm back talking to the same girl. I'm looking at her, and she's all cool with me. And, hey, how you doing? And then I hear her scream. And then bam, the bouncer punches me with a big-ass thick ring and crushes my nose. You know, and then chaos broke out and he took off. That is what it is. But I will correct it. Stay with the videos and you'll see it straightening up. Just like that. Stay with it. I'll do it every so often. I'll show it to you. And it will be straight. I mean, it's almost straight now. I've only been doing it 3 days, but the cell will copy itself. Doctor, I don't need you. Middle finger's up. Because I don't give a